right, Mitchell MTB, let's do this. I'm on the Comite River Trail, riding my 2018 Yeti SB5 Carbon Comp GX, I think is what it's called. This is one of two B-Rex trails in the Baton Rouge, greater Baton Rouge area. It's just okay, you know, there's not really a whole lot of riding, but it's cool that there is something, so. This trail is definitely cardio more than anything. Aerobic workout, I would say. There's not any real big climbs. There's really not a big reward anywhere. So you're pretty much just hitting it hard, or hitting it just relaxed, whatever. There's a new, I think that was a new little ramp got put in. But through the trees, I think that's a better line. So yeah, you're pretty much just racing yourself or whatever. It's really not all that great, but it's the only thing we have, so. A little berm there. Most of the berms, I would say almost all of them, are not the most functional because you're pretty much relying on your own power to hit the berm. So you're not going to be able to hit some crazy downhill thing, you know, with a berm, and then, you know, feather your brakes going into it. You're pretty much just hitting it with your own will. This first part of the trail is a little more fun. It's got a little more flow to it. I mean, you can see me, I'm going up and down a few parts. It's definitely a few parts you can pump. That attempt at a wheelie. Still learning how to do those. I'll get them one day. And then I'll get the manual after that. A little bit of a berm ride there. Few parts you gotta weave through the trees. It's kind of cool. Now this trail is a green dot trail, so it's pretty easy. You know, I see a lot of beginners on it. You know, even some kids. I would imagine there are a few spots though for beginner riders that you're gonna have to probably get off your bike and push. But if you're an intermediate skill level, you're gonna be able to ride this thing and clean it. The whole thing, no problem. If you've never ridden this trail, it does intersect a few times. Just follow the signs. This one is pretty well marked. This trail also has pretty good drainage, especially for being right next to the Comite River, next to bayous. Little metal ramp. I'm always a little hesitant going into that turn. Slow down a little bit. I don't know how wet that metal ramp is, or that metal bridge is, and definitely don't want to slide out and end up in the creek. I think that is the only part that you want to drop your post. I mean, you don't have to. It just makes it more fun if you do right there. And I'm riding this trail in the winter, so there's a lot less foliage. Starts warming up, gets pretty swampy, and yeah, a lot of green, a lot more green. I think that might have been a sign for the beach, which is a little sandy bank. Kind of cool if you want to get a picture of your mountain bike. There's a little ramp right there. I think this is the first time I've ridden it where they added a little ramp on the side. I might have to go back and try that. Maybe make a short video just that. This trail is an excellent trail to learn on, though, if you are a beginner. Plenty of little roots. Plenty of little drop-offs. Little downhill sections. Weaving through the trees. I'm riding my 27.5 Yeti with the rear suspension, the rear shock open. This makes it more fun. Guys on 29ers will pass me up on this trail, especially hardtails. But if we had any technical climbs in Louisiana, I'd probably kill them. And I think I do this in less than 35. I would say if you're doing between 30 and 35, I mean, you're pretty much hauling ass. I mean, there are people that do it maybe even 25. They do have, I think they do have races here every once in a while. Which would be fun to compete in, but I don't think I have the bike to compete. There's another mountain bike trail down the road called Hooper Road. Probably not as fun as this, but it would be nice if they could figure out how to connect those trails, and maybe it does connect some way. I haven't figured it out yet. Safety gear, you can see I'm not wearing knee pads. This is a really mild trail. Like I said, it's all aerobic. Not a whole lot of technical stuff, especially if you're an experienced rider. Helmet, of course. I do see people sometimes with full face helmets and not really sure why, but maybe they're just shredding the gnar to the max. Take the inside on this. That other side has a ton of roots, which actually may be fun if you just want to do a rooty technical section. But if you're going for speed, take that inside. And all this leaf cover kind of does slow you down. gears. That would be like one of the sections, you know, an inexperienced rider might have to push their bike up. Really nothing too crazy on this trail, unfortunately.
God.
Let this dude pass. On this trail with no downhill sections, it is tough to beat a 29er, especially a hardtail.
Damn 29ers.
Big drop right here. Doesn't look like it on camera, but it is a big drop. Totally got to pump it to get to the other side. Nice little Rudy section there. And mountain bikers are supposed to ride this trail clockwise. Hikers are supposed to hike it counterclockwise. I think it would be awesome if they had, like, they reversed it on certain days. 'Cause then it's kind of like a whole new trail, riding a trail backwards. It gets kind of boring riding the same trail over and over. Same two trails in Baton Rouge. Some swampage there on the right. If you're lucky, you might see a gator. I don't really think there's any gators right here. I have seen cottonmouth and king snakes. This section, I think it's called the bowl. I can't remember what it's called. I'm just riding around it right now. Actually, I think I go through it. It's a little muddy down at the bottom there.
Oh, shit.
It's
muddy.
might be a cool concept. I don't know if it's really all that functional. You know, it'd be cool if they had like some kind of tabletop at the bottom. You could practice your jumping skills or whatever, but it's I think it's a natural feature that tries to be something, but it just, I don't think it works that well. But I don't know. Maybe if you've got a derp jumper, maybe you could do some cool stuff on it. Log. I remember the first time I hit that, I was a little hesitant. Best thing to do is just to ride through it. think if you go left, there's maybe some fun technical stuff. I haven't done it yet. I need to check it out. Nice straightaway here. You can build up a lot of speed. Yeah, I know I should ride through it, but I don't want to get my bike dirty. I should say I don't want to get me dirty. There's a bike washing station here. This park. Pretty nice. Little valley right there. It might be tough for the noobs. This is the biggest berm, I think. The trail. So if you hit it with more speed than I hit it, you might have some good fun on that one. And that's it. 33 minutes and some change.